Double welt pocket is one of the things a lot of tailors find difficult to sew. Hello guys, this is Mr. Matured and I welcome you to today's class. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to sew your double welt pocket. So if it is something you find interesting, please do well to watch this video to the very end. And ensure that you are going to subscribe to my channel. If you are new here, do well to turn on the notification bell so that whenever I upload any video of this sort, you are going to be notified. And also you can share our videos to your loved ones, and don't forget to hit the like button for the likes. I have done a video on how to draft your trouser professionally, so go and check in the description box below, or watch the upper right side of your screen. You will see a link over there. Click on that video and watch the video on how I drafted the pattern, so that it will give you a proper understanding on what we are doing here. So without further talking, let's get into the video proper. So here is my back panel, and what I'm going to do now is to, from the side, I'm going to measure 5 inches inward like this, and then on that mark I'm going to notch. After that, I'm going to fold it on the wrong side, aligning the waistline like this. Give it a little press to form a crease, and then I'm going to measure downward on that crease by 3.5 inches. Now I'll bring my pocketing and I'm going to measure 8 inches into 2 places like this. Okay, you can see what I'm doing right there. I'll connect it with my ruler, and then I'm going to cut the piece like this. So guys, if you are liking this video, do well to hit the like button, and don't forget to share our videos, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now that I'm done with the cutting, I'm going to measure the lengthwise of the pocketing. I will mark 12 inches like this, and I'll do the same to the other side and trim, as you can see me doing, placing the former one to the other one to get the same shape. I will go ahead and fold the 2 pieces together to get a crease line for the center, so that it's going to help me. So after that, I'm going to pick one of the piece, and then I will shape the downside round like this with a little curve like this. You can see what I have done there. So it's only one part you are going to do. I will now bring the piece of the material, and then I'm going to measure 8 inches, as you can see me on the crosswise grain like this. Okay, and then after that I'm going to cut my 8 inches. Now I'll go on the lengthwise grain. You can see what I'm doing there, and then I'm going to measure about 7 inches like this. All right, and then I'll come further and mark, connect it with straight line, and then I'm going to cut the piece of that piece. You need to keep it, is going to be useful, and I'm going to tell you how you are going to use that. On that 7 inches, I'm going to mark 2.5 away, and then I'll mark 2.5, connect it with a straight line like this. Now you are not going to cut it. You are going to now bring your fusible interface, the medium or the softer one, and you are going to trim it to get at least 3.5. okay, 3.5 for the width, and you are going to fold it on the line to be equal like this, and then I will go ahead to show you that it's 3.5 that I was looking for. Fold it into 2 on the line and give it a press. You can see me doing there. So guys, if you are liking this video, do well to hit the like button. I will now go ahead and fold it on the line that I marked like this. Press it and then open it. Now it has formed a crease line, and I will go ahead to cut it carefully straight like this. I will pick a piece of it, okay, and then from the part where I cut, I'm going to measure ½ inch downwards like this. Don't mind the placing of the tape, I'm just marking on ½ inch. Connect it with a straight line and fold on that ½ inch mark like this. So after that, whatever you did on that one, you are going to do it on the second one. I have already done that, so I will go ahead and fold that 8 inches fabric into 2 to form a crease line for the center. Now from that center mark, I'm going to divide my width of my pocket, which is 5.5. So I'm going to divide it into 2 and place the center on the crease line that I pressed, okay, and I'll mark my 5.5 inches on the lines like this, as you can see me marking, and I'll go ahead to mark it. On that ½ inch that we mark, we are going to divide it into two, which is going to be 0.25 or quarter inch on both sides of the ½ inch, and we are going to still connect it like this. Everything that I did here, I'm going to do it on the other one as well, as you can see me doing. Now I welcome you to the machine. So we are going to now sew it to our back panel. So the crease line, we are going to sew our darts of 3.5. so I stitch from ½ inch from the waistline and down to meet the 3.5 inches mark, as you can see me stitching. So after that, what I'm going to do, I'll take it to the ironing board to press it. So after pressing it, this is what I have. So let me explain something here. On the ironing board, I mark exactly below the 3.5 inches mark on the darts, below the darts, and then I connect a straight line down there, and I mark my pocket width on it, as you can see me done with that panel. Okay, so now that we have understand that, if you don't understand, do well to go and watch it again. And you can see on the same line at the back, I fused the line on the line exactly. So after that, we are going to now place our pocketing, okay, the fabric we are using for our pocket. So I'm going to put the one that I curved down outside, okay, away, and then I'm going to use the one that I did not shape the down. Now that we have our line, I'm going to fold about 2 inches from my pocketing, okay, and I'm going to place it parallel to the line that is there, and the center crease should follow the darts line, as you can see me doing. It is very, very simple. All right, I'll go ahead and pin my fabric to the main fabric shelf and turn to the right part. Now I'm going to place the biggest part of the form that we did on the table, and then I'm going to place it there like this and go ahead and stitch on that quarter inch mark, following the lines that I drew. Okay, now I'll bring the smaller part on the upper side like this, and then I'll go ahead to stitch, ensuring that the sides are going to be equal, and I'm going to stitch on the quarter inch mark as well as you did for the first part. Now that we are done, you can see we have ½ inch on our pocket in. So we will turn to the good parts and then fold the center. You can see what I'm showing you here. So when you open the center, you will see the main fabric. So you are going to cut it like this, and then continue cutting it, and about ½ inch away to the end of the stitch, you are going to stop and curve or slant your hand towards the 5.5 mark that you marked on the main fabric at the good part. I'll do the same to the other side as well. So after doing it like this, what I'm going to do is to fold it in, okay, turn the pocket facing in like this, you can see. So I'll make sure everything is well aligned. Because we have already pressed the main pocket facing, everything is going to form like this. You see, we have not pressed it yet, but it has already formed. Now we are going to turn to the wrong side, unpin the fabric, okay, and then we are going to fold it. You can see how well positioned everything is. So I'm going to turn on the wrong side and stitch the main stitch together like this, okay, stitch on the pocket facing, okay, take away the main pocketing, and then fold the stitch line together with the main pocket facing like this. All right, so guys, if you are liking this video, do well to hit on the like button right now. Now that we have stitched and secured that part, we are going to turn to the angle side that we cut. Okay, look at what I'm doing here. I'm going to now tighten it and then stitch on where we end our stitching whilst we were placing it. Ensure that the two fabrics are well closed, okay, and then do back and forth or reinforcement stitching on that side. You can see how neat that place is. So if you are enjoying this tutorial, please do well to hit on the like button, subscribe if you have not done that already. So I'm going to do the same thing to the other side of my pockets facing, okay, ensuring that you are going to stitch exactly at the end of your previous stitch for the pocket facing. Cut off your excess thread and then ensure everything is going to be neat. Okay, now you can see we have not even ironed it and everything is nice. You can see the inside as well. Everything is perfectly done. Now that we are done for the front, oh, I'm loving this part. I am just loving this part. Okay, so now that we have done with the front, we are going to turn to the wrong side. And now to the downside, I'm going to fold the remaining fabric, okay, on my pocketing like this. Okay, I'm going to fold on my pocketing like this, about ½ inch away, and then I'm going to stitch it on my pocketing. You can see what I'm doing right there. So after stitching it, now it is well aligned. I will now measure my depth, which is 6½ inches. And then I'm going to add my sewing allowance, making it 7 inches, as you can see me doing there. I'll go ahead and mark 7 inches on the other side, and then I'm going to cut that remaining excess off like this. All right, so now that we are done with that, I'm going to bring the curved panel, okay, the one that I curved the downside. I'm going to now place it on. You can see my illustration over there. I'm going to place it on parallel to the 7 inches mark we marked, and then I'm going to trace where the pocket entry is. You can see what I'm doing there. I'm going to trace it out and notch. All right, I'll pick it up and trace it to the other side of the same fabric, which is my pocketing shield or the cover. Now that we have gotten the 2 notches on both sides, I'm going to bring the other panel that I cut, that I told you that is going to be useful. So I went ahead to weave the downside. Okay, it's about 2.5. okay, so I'm going to place it on my notch line like this. So on that line that I use chalk to mark, I'm going to let the biggest part come to the downside. You can see how I'm folding it. You can see I fold about 0.75 away from the line from the upper side, and then I will go ahead to stitch the 2 fabrics together like this all round. Okay, so this is it. So guys, if you are liking our video, do well to hit on the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell for more. So now I'm going to place my pocket like this. This is how it's supposed to be. Okay, let the facing be on the exact line following the notch on the side. Okay, you can see what I'm placing there. All right, so what I'm going to do is to flip it on the wrong side. Let the wrong side face each other like this. You can see what I'm doing there, and then I'll go ahead to pin it on the wrong side. Okay, you can see my fabric, where I attach my fabric, is facing upward on the wrong side of the pocket in where the pocket facing is. So now that we have pinned them together, what I'm going to do is to stitch the pocketings together to form the sack. Now I'm going to shift the main trouser panel away and then join the 2 fabrics together like this. The pocketing, I'm going to join it together by ½ inch like this, and then on the upper side I'm going to leave about 1 inch away, and then I will cut the remaining excess, leaving about 0.25 from the stitch line. I will turn it inside out like this, and you can see our pocket is well clean and well precise. This is what you learn with matured clothing. So This is how it's going to be at the front. So on the, you will turn it to the front side so that you will get the pocketing. So I'm going to do a top stitch on that side like this, on the pocketing like this. You can see what I have done there. Okay, so this is how to sew your welt pocket. I'm almost done with that, so ensure that you cut off your remaining threads. Now that we are done with the pocketing, you see the upper side, there is a space there. So what we are going to do is we are going to secure the upper side. So I'm going to turn and let the pocketing only show on the side. So from where we do our reinforcement, okay, we are going to top stitch on that side. Okay, ensure that you are going to top stitch to secure the upper side on the main panels. Okay, I will do it across and stop on the other side. You can see I just stop it on the other side. When we turn it over, you will see the main stitches over there. All right, so don't forget to cut off your threads like this. So now the upper side is secured. All right, so this is it. It is very simple. Look at the main pocket is there and the upper side is secure. So if you did not watch that place well, re-watch this side. I'll go ahead and give it a press, and then you will see how it looks like. This is how the back look like. You can see how professional the back look like. So if you have come this far, click on the videos that is shown in your screen to learn more. To subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell so that whenever I upload any educative content like this, you are going to be notified, and ensure that you are going to share our videos to your loved ones who are looking forward to upgrade their fashion skills. And don't forget to leave your comment in the comment section. Before I go, remember, upgrade is a must. See you in our next video. Have a wonderful day.